What's going on, Pisces? And welcome to my channel, Alchemist. Justin here, and I hope you're having an exceptional month so far. Are you getting excited? Because I am, Pisces. And for those of you who are returning, welcome back, Soul Tribe. I appreciate your subscriptions, your likes, and shares. Your support really is just amazing, Pisces. And it keeps us growing. And for those of you, that was a little aggressive. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm happy how yourself has brought you here. We're in for an amazing journey. And let me tell you why I'm so pumped, Pisces, where I can barely speak. Because it is Celestial News Monthly. That was a little more dramatic than I think I've done so far there, Pisces, believe it or not. So, but Pisces, how could you not be excited? Because with this monthly spread, whenever the sun moves into a new sign, we're going to talk about where the planets are at and how we can work with the energies. And just so you're all aware, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one, so take what resonates with you, leave the rest with me, and never force a reading on a situation, okay? So with all that being said, let's jump into it. Your space has been cleansed. Crystals, feeling lovely. Just great energy. Oh, just look at that. They can hardly contain themselves too, Pisces. Just great energy all around here. So, Pisces, I have Zodiac Oracle cards with each of the signs, well, with each of the signs that the sun and the planets are in. And we actually got a little bit of lunar shenanigans going on here with Taurus. And I'm going to pull an Oracle card from this deck, which is a newer one. I've been loving it. Do for each one of them, and then we'll get some details with the tarot. But before we jump into this thing, these readings that I do, they're not gender-specific readings, so apply these energies to people as they make sense for your situations, okay? And in case if y'all were curious, the decks that I'm working with, I've included links for them down in the description box below, so definitely check that out if you're interested. But also down below some links for some other readers that I like watching, Pisces, so definitely check them out. Very awesome group. I think you would enjoy them. But before we jump into this thing, Pisces, let's go ahead and talk about Scorpio energy. Because you got the sun that's going to be entering into Scorpio. Thank you. You got Mercury that's going to be entering like a day before. And then Mars, one of their rulers is still chilling there for a little while. But with, let's start with the sun. Because the sun is going to be entering Scorpio on the 23rd of October, about 12:21 in the afternoon. That'll be Eastern time. And we'll be there through the 22nd of November. And with this energy, Pisces, there's a heightened sense of introspection. And I feel like especially with your energy, how you have both Saturn and your ruler, your ruler been chilling in your sign for a while, but having both those energies there, couple that with Scorpio energy, I feel like you can really tap into the depths of that spiritual, psychic energy that you have, Pisces, because you really are just, you're connected to that divine realm in a very deep way. And so you really utilize this to your advantage, Pisces. You can really unlock a depth in you that is, could just be just life-changing for you and probably for the soul tribe there. So, and then you may notice too there, Pisces, that there's a bit more emotional intensity than normal because Scorpio is considered the most intense sign of the zodiac. And so being a water sign as well, where we feel emotions, a little bit more than the other elements. My sun signs in Cancer, so I'm emotional all day. But just want to be aware of like getting lost in those, kind of getting fixated on the emotions because they're the fixed water sign, and just letting them, letting the emotions kind of drag you down to like the depths. You know what I mean? But the nice thing about this energy is that you have an ability to bounce back from challenges and really kind of face adversity head on there. Considering that, being both ruled by Mars and by Pluto, very, very strong planets. Scorpio is very resilient and very powerful energy. So, utilize that to your advantage. But you may also notice too, Pisces, that you're kind of drawn to the taboo and the mysterious. Maybe you're getting in touch with the spirits. Maybe we're doing some scrying. Maybe we're dabbling in tarot. However it is, make sure to do some research. But however that's working there for you, Pisces, I really do feel like this can be a very because you're already, again, already intuitive, borderline psychic, but you can really kind of tap into your abilities in a very rich, deep type of way. And then you couple that with Mercury that's entering Scorpio right the day before on the 22nd of October, and will be there through the 10th of November. And with this energy, this is a time of depth and of intimacy. I feel like Mercury in Scorpio really likes that more kind of like you may notice that you're just kind of observing a lot more than normal. Maybe feeling a little more secretive because Scorpio can deal with secrets as well. But it's not that we're just like hiding from things, but we're just kind of paying it to really kind of paying attention to the energies and kind of being more just like a, again, more kind of close quarter, kind of intimate crowd. But this is a very effective energy for discussing relationships, finances, considering that they also deal with, being associated with the eighth house, deal with like joint finances, loans, wills, shared assets, but also too about mortality, because when it comes to taboo, nothing's off the table when it comes for Scorpio. And then last one, you got their ruler Mars is going to be chilling there till a little bit after Sag season, the 24th of November. And with Mars being in Scorpio, it's just, again, the energies are really strong because on along with Aries, Mars rules over Scorpio. And so Mars is at home, and Mars is very strong in, in this placement, very resilient, very driven. And so this can be a great energy for you to kind of power through challenges and, again, face your fears and things head on there, Pisces. And the lovely energy about this too, well, for some of it, because you this depending on where your Pisces placements are at, you're going to be forming a trine with your sign. In trines, they can be very fortunate energies, very lucky, can create very collaborative energy, very fast moving, very kind of like Eight of Wands energy. Now, with the Sun and Mercury, they're more so kind of like neutral planets. And so, this will be, very take on a very, beneficial energy, but the harder one may be Mars, just because Mars is considered a malefic planet. And though again, the trines are very fortunate, Mars still adds a little bit of that resistance, that challenge aspect of it. So just something to be aware of there, Pisces. Now let's go ahead and get into your first card here. And look, see, Pisces, can't make this up. Intuition. And that's what I'm talking about. Because with this card and with this season, this is an ability for you to really tap in. You know what? We're switching. I did this for Virgo too, your opposite sign. But you are in a very intuitive space. You have been, with your ruler being in Pisces over the last about 12 years or so. And now, again, when it's, we're getting on Scorpio season, this is a really, because I mean, the veil is being lifted around, like, Halloween time, that the veil is thin there. And just like with, we got this eclipse that's happening. You really can, because it's like, look at your third eye, just seeing things just clearly. And this is a great one for, I feel like, again, doing some meditation, Pisces. However you connect to source. Maybe this is through music, maybe this is through dance, maybe this is through, getting in touch with nature, getting by some water. But I feel like really listening to your intuition and to your spirit guides, and seeing where you can grow and where you can evolve. Because and we're going to talk about this next, but Saturn's getting ready to go direct, and considering that he's in your sign, it's going to be time to get down to business. And I really feel like, Pisces energy is one where, and it's not that you have to be a spiritual healer per se, but you have very healing or strong healing abilities at your disposal. And two, you're such an imaginative sign. And I feel like, the more that you're able to plug into source and receive those downloads, who knows where your instincts, your intuition will guide you. Well, I'll tell you, to greatness. Because Pisces, you're associated with the 12th house. And the 12th house, and you have two, just like Scorpio, you have two rulers. So look at how badass you are. And considering who your rulers are, both Jupiter and Neptune, you take that imaginative energy of Neptune, that fantasy, that dream world, and energy, and then apply that spiritual expansive energy with Jupiter, I mean, what you can create is larger than life. And that's not to get you to where you're overwhelmed or anything, Pisces, because I can see where, because sometimes that energy can feel a little evasive when we're having made when the fish aren't swimming in well, they're not doing well. I guess they're doing some kind of harmony there, but when they're not swimming in in that dance, it can seem like a lot, but being a sign of duality, when you connect, connect again with that, like, I'm getting almost kind of like lover's energy, Gemini, the other sign of duality. When you make that connection with those two, I mean, your intuition is just out of sight. It's let me get some tarot on this, Pisces, and get some more details. High Priestess, because that's exactly what's happening here. High Priestess, maybe even some of you may be becoming Hierophants, or maybe even seeking guidance from Hierophants. Different teachers and things. But we're entering we've been in a very spiritual energy, and I feel like that with Saturn being in this place, this is a very dope placement for Saturn to be. But I know I'm gonna get there now. Oh, and come on, High Priestess. No, not that one. Okay, she's staying, cause come on, girl, that's what I'm talking about. Good looking out. So you have. Let me tell you. See what's going on here, Pisces. Change, forward motion, and. So you have the Four of Wands, the Ten of Cups, the Tower, the Chariot, and the High Priestess here. Look at all this intuition at your disposal, Pisces. You're literally just oozing with it. And this, I feel, is trying to get you to achieve your happiness. This is a time of celebration. I feel like you're with Scorpio season, it's like we're at a checkpoint right now. We're getting ready to, because this is like the 1111 card. You're getting ready to pass through a portal here, Pisces, and you're getting ready to go forward there with gusto, but I do feel with the Tower that there are going to be things that are, there are always going to be challenges, and I feel like it's like as you're starting to intuit through this world, you're going to start seeing where things are starting to crumble in a sense. Areas in your lives that are no longer serving you a purpose, that are getting in the way of your wish fulfillment. Of your Ten of Cups there. And you're going to feel like with these challenges that are coming, Pisces, you're really going to need to trust your intuition, listening to your divine guidance, because you are the last sign of the Zodiac. You've gone through this whole experience, and now it's taking this wisdom and really stepping up and showing out there, Pisces, and whatever that looks like for you. If, maybe you, whatever it is that you want to pursue, like there's really is the only limit here is what the limits that you set for yourself, Pisces, at this point. And because I love that too, because one, you're syncing up with the energies in a way. Mars is in Scorpio right now. The High Priestess is the Moon. The Chariot is Cancer. The High Priestess rules over Cancer, or the Moon rules over Cancer. You know what I mean? And and listen, Pisces, it's not like when this energy moves, it's not like it goes anywhere. But, you don't just lose this ability. But it's just like these energies are like a reminder of just like, hey, you do have this at your disposal. And it's great working with it when the energy's hot, so that you can get some momentum to carry you through to the next season, and then to the next one, and to the next one, and then you're changing stuff like a champ. You're facing towers head on, and there's really nothing that you can't do. It literally, I feel like it's just it's putting in that work, and whatever that looks like for you. If you got some sort of healing work to do, because the Chariot can be about that shadow work. In order to get to that light, there's darkness that's needed to be worked on as well. It's that eternal dance, but when we do that, Pisces, is nothing. It's gonna be celebration. Your cups are gonna be filled. I don't got anything more to say that, Pisces. That's dope start. High Priestess. I love that. All right, Pisces, let's get some tea and then let's talk about your energy. Because, like I was saying, Saturn is going direct in your sign and will be there for the next 3 years. So it's just like kind of hang tight there. You know, you are in, it's time to get Saturn's in Pisces, and then Neptune is retrograde in your sign right now, your ruler. And with Saturn being in Pisces, Saturn is about, it's focusing on deepening that spiritual understanding and seeking a higher purpose. Because you are assigned, you are the higher mind, being Jupiter ruled. It's not just, so however that looks like for you, Pisces, and paying attention to, I feel like, to what gets in the way of that. Because I feel like yours is a sign where it's not that you don't have boundaries or have trouble with boundaries, but the one thing with this energy too is that you may have trouble setting emotional boundaries, and then you couple that with the emotional intensity of Scorpio. This could be potentially tough for you, Pisces. So it's just like it's paying attention to those things that, maybe some relationships we need to put up some stronger boundaries with, kind of stand up for ourselves, really tap into that Martian energy and just being a little more firm and not being mean. We're being just assertive, and just like, if you can't respect my boundaries, then I'm gonna respectfully move. I'll move for you, and get this chariot will go around you, if that's the case. But you may also notice too, Pisces, that you feel a sense of duty towards, like, your family, your loved ones, or the community, because your energy is one that I feel, Pisces energy is very compassionate. Neptune has this universal love for all. That's where it's like it's a little different between, like, you and Aquarius, where it's like Aquarius is forming those bonds, those groupings in those friends. Pisces energy takes it to the next level, just like how where Libra starts that one-on-one relationship and then takes it to the deeper level. Gemini energy communicating and then takes it to the next level. Cancer, it's deeper, Pisces, and I do feel that, you can not just, again, do a lot of good healing for yourself, but a great healing energy for others as well. Show them how to move and to tap into this intuition, because we all have it at our disposal. It just translates differently amongst the signs here. But Pisces, you're probably one of the most strongest intuitives in the zodiac. So it's like, it's really. Now Neptune. Neptune is, look at that, you just want an ego boost, Pisces. And then with Neptune's going to be retrograde until the 6th of December. And with this, Pisces, Neptune's been in your sign for the last, again, like I was saying, the 12 years. I want to say she spends about 14 years in a sign. So she's just been chilling at home. And I feel like that's a really great place, really great. This has been a really wonderful time to be a Pisces and to have Pisces placements and things like that, because you get that nurturing effect from Neptune, and she helps you tap into a more spiritual side of yourself. This is a very powerful, because the retrogrades are energies of reflection, and this is a very powerful time for reflecting and finding that inner spiritual, really connected with your higher self, spirits, angels, God, however that resonates for you, Pisces. And you may even too, like I was saying, Neptune deals with that kind of dream world as well. So if you find yourself being an active dreamer, Pisces, that's something to maybe keep a dream journal by you. Pay attention to these messages that are coming through for you, because it's literally divine inspiration that's coming your way. And now, when it comes to Neptune, you'll need to know your time of birth, because she has been chilling in your sign for she's around the 20s in the degrees, I want to say. And she's still got a couple more years till she moves out. But Saturn's pretty much at the beginning, Pisces. He's about at the 0 degree. And depending on where your placements are at, this is forming a conjunction with your sign. And now conjunctions are interesting, because they're just it's whatever planetary energy is blending with wherever you have Pisces placements are at. And with Saturn, just like with Mars, Saturn is more of a malefic planet. So this blend of energies may be a little tougher there for you, Pisces. Neptune is more of a I feel like Neptune is more of a kind of like a neutral planet. She can go either way. you know, it just depends on how you tap into that energy. But, you know, Saturn is, you know, it can be a tougher conjunction because Saturn really asks a lot. He's a planet of discipline, of karma, of time, of wisdom. But where Saturn does ask a lot, he can reward just as abundantly as Jupiter does. It just requires a little bit more, really kind of rise up to the occasion. But conjunctions are just, they can feel a little uncomfortable at first because they're just like, you know, you know, it's interesting. It's like, how do I want to put this? It's almost like Invasion of the Body Snatchers in the sense. It's just like it's still you on the outside, but internally something different is happening. And you know, on a base level, it's you, but you know, there's something different. Can't quite put your finger on it. That's conjunctions. You know, it's like what you do with that afterwards is up to you. You know, it's just, but the energy is happening. So just kind of be aware of any sort of like anxiety or anything like that, Pisces, because it can feel a little stressful at times. But let's go ahead and get your next oracle card. I love that, Pisces. Your intuition is through the roof. That is dope, and I feel like it's going to be over this next season. So, all right, Pisces. Let's see what's going on here. Oof! Lunar shenanigans. Love it, cause you got the moon here, Pisces. Pisces. So, the moon in your astrology chart deals with your intuition, deals with your emotions, deals with those kind of hidden things. And this Luna card here is about that. It's about that kind of that imaginative energy. You know, this is and I like that. We're gonna talk about this eclipse next. So Luna is, you know how when there's, you know, when the moon's out and you're kind of out at night and it can seem like the trees and stuff can take on these kind of crazy shapes and kind of like maybe kind of like scary forms and things. I'm definitely getting like your energy, the moon card that's coming through here. It's like this journeying into the unknown. But where I was going with that tree thing, it's just like that. This is asking you to call upon that imagination, but in not to be afraid of it, but to embrace it. Because you know, when the moon is full, you do know that it's the trees that are causing these shapes, but it's just like that absence of light can make it seem a little more than it is. But it's like it's. I hope that makes sense, Pisces. It is. It's like this lunar energy is asking you to tap into a deeper side of yourself. You know, to tap into, because the moon also deals with the subconscious. And I do feel that it's going to really be to your benefit, Pisces, to really kind of journey within, whether this again be through meditation, maybe we're listening to some type of healing music, maybe whatever that looks, you know, lighting incense, you know, maybe working with crystals, Reiki, whatever. But you are in a heightened state here, and I'm gonna get some tarot on that because that's really cool. Pisces. Let me get these cards in order. I tell you, I do like this deck, but man, could they make these cards any longer? Alright, Pisces, thank you. Let's see what's going on here. Alright, so you're right, because the energies are moving fast. Because you have the Two of Wands, the Eight of Wands, the Page of Swords, the Queen of Swords, and then the Five of Cups here, Pisces. And I do feel with the Eight of Wands being here, the more that you tune into, you know, and again, Pisces, I feel like this could be, I'm even like, I'm picturing you even just like kind of dancing amongst the full moon when this is happening, when that eclipse is going on there, Pisces. But I do feel like that this Eight of Wands is like, there's this energy of like downloads that are getting ready to come in at a rapid pace here, Pisces. The more that you tune into that intuitive side of you, things will start to become clearer with the Queen of Swords. The direction that you're trying to take your journey will illuminate in a sense. And I feel that it's just like, because between the Page of Swords, the Eight of Wands, the Page of Swords is just like, you know when you're thinking of like that childlike mind, you know, when you're just like full of curiosity and just like have all these questions. And that's where I feel like it's like sending, however you connect to source, sending these energies towards source, you know, figuring out like, you know, who am I, where am I meant to go, where am I trying to guide, and then you're just starting to intuitively just start moving and making direct, you know, starting to manifest a lot faster here. And you know, considering that you got the Eight of Wands and the Chariot here, even the Two of Wands, you know, usually there's a person that has the world in their hands. You know, this could even be maybe going on some sort of like maybe for some going on like some sort of spiritual retreat possibly, or because it seems like, and it feels like with this Five of Cups here, is that if we don't listen, you know, if we ignore these instincts, that not necessarily that we're going to be disappointed, but it's just like that these chances will start kind of slipping through your fingers, or at least that's how it will feel. Because it's not like when you don't, it's not like abundance, just like if you don't listen to your intuition, things just like disappear. But it's more so that it just gets harder to manifest when it's like operating from, you know, when the energies are in trine, you know, to compare to when they're in like squares. You know, it's very different, you know, and it requires a little more effort than before. And that's where I feel like it's, and I almost feel that there is this, a lot of emotional energy that's kind of coming through with the Five of Cups. This almost like this. Let me get a little bit more on this Five of Cups here, Pisces. Let me see what that's about. Because it almost feels like with the Five of Cups, it's like at first we're going to, it's like you might have to learn you might make some mistakes along the way with this Pisces, like as far as like interpreting, you know, what these messages and signals are, these signs are. And it's like, I feel like that's to be expected at first until you start getting a little more comfortable with what the signs kind of look like, how you commune with source. But let me get a little bit more on that, Pisces. So the Five of Cups is clarified by the Five of Pentacles and then the Seven of Pentacles here. And I'm feeling like there's this going to be, it's like a trial and error period is what these two energies are kind of giving me. And it feels like, especially if this is something where we're just kind of starting off, with the Page of Swords here, before we get to that Queen of Swords, that more kind of confident type of energy there, we're gonna have to. It's like being okay, being a beginner, and being like a novice at this at first, like a tyro in a sense. And I feel that it's because we all start at a have to start at a beginning phase, Pisces, and we may be kind of. I feel like it's being compassionate with yourself as opposed to feeling like kind of disappointed. Where it's just like you're learning, you're growing, and you'll start to see where you went, where energies you start putting into things, you'll start getting back out. It's but I do feel like with the Seven of Pentacles, it is investing in that. It's these challenges and things that, these tower moments that help make you stronger and really kind of define and refine your energies here. All right, Pisces, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and pull out of that. But I do hope that that makes sense there. That's so wild. I love that, Pisces. So let's since you want to talk about lunar shenanigans so bad, let's talk about Taurus, because we do got some cool stuff. I normally don't talk about moon stuff on this channel that much, but we do got a special one coming up here, because there's going to be a full moon lunar eclipse that's happening in Taurus, and then we have your ruler Jupiter, and then we have Uranus that are still retrograde in Taurus. Now, this full moon lunar eclipse, this is going to be happening on the 28th of October. And this is a great energy for, reckoning any kind of old debts, getting finances and things in order, and investing in the right things and people. And I feel like, let me, well, I'm going to talk about that for a second, because I feel like kind of like I'm getting with this Five of Cups here as well. Like, I feel like it's like as you're starting to grow and learn about these kind of intuitive powers at your disposal here, Pisces, that there may be, it's almost like that there may be some people that might, that may disappoint us in a way, that you may see as just kind of feel them out in a different type of light there, and you're gonna need to, just kind of evaluate that, Pisces. It may be seeing energies that may, because where you had the five of Pentacles somewhere, but it might be this energy that just being mindful of people who just kind of try to take advantage or try to take from you, Pisces, and not giving as much as they're getting in a sense. But also you got Jupiter that's going to be retrograde until the 30th of December. And with this energy, Pisces, this is great for reevaluating your approach to wealth, investments, and material comfort, because those are all aspects that Taurus covers, but just even thinking about just long-term security in general. And you may want to seek out advice from people who are experts in those fields, and whatever that looks. And considering all this intuitive energy you're getting, this might even be like how I was talking about Hierophant, because that's Taurus energy. Maybe even seeking out like maybe a spiritual teacher, maybe even just learning more about this stuff, doing your own type of research. Page of Swords, doing some studying. It's doing maybe looking on YouTube, looking up some articles, maybe getting some books, things along those lines. But there's a plethora of information out there for you, Pisces. And then you also have Uranus that's going to be retrograde until the 27th of January 2024 next year. And with this energy, Uranus has been chilling in Taurus since like 2018, and has been, really just changing the game up, because we are getting ready to get into a different type of age here. And sidebar, Pisces, this is kind of far off, into the real far along there. But when Neptune moves into, because we're going to have a lot of big movers that are happening in like 2025. Your ruler Neptune's going to be moving, Saturn will be moving, and Uranus will be moving around then. And I'm more so curious about how that's going to look. You know, that's going to be an interesting one, because now you're going to go from this more intuitive, kind of reflective, spiritual type of energy, and now we're going to, it's like you're going to now take everything that you've learned and how do you define yourself with Neptune being in Aries, you know, and like, you know, really kind of coming into that sense of leadership, and like, and not necessarily that you're becoming like, you know, I mean, you might, Pisces, if that's something you're curious about, but just more so about defining who you are in all of this big energy. But I brought all that up to say is that Uranus is doing a lot of changes right now. And not just in that aspect, but you know, with being in Taurus, there's been changes in currency, of course, and how we invest in things, and even in our economic structure. And considering too, Taurus can deal with like the environment as well, since they're like the fixed Earth sign. They're really rooted in the Earth. You know, there may even be this heightened awareness for environmental issues, and I feel like too, Pisces, you know, just try not to let this stuff like overwhelm you. Be again, like I'm getting a strong energy, making sure to protect your energies from the people that you're around, to the things that you're listening to the things that you're watching. Because any sort of like Pisces placements or 12th house placements, they are susceptible. Again, they can feel things. I have a few things in the 12th house, and you feel, and you have this level of empathy that is really heightened. So just something to be mindful of. But also too, Pisces, depending on where your placements are at, and I need to find out what degree this lunar eclipse is happening on, but this is going to be forming a sextile with your sign. And sextiles, after the trines, they're very fortunate energy too, you know, very easy flowing, but it's kind of passive energy. It's one that you have to take some initiative for in order to get the rewards for this stuff here. Pay attention to the signs there, trust your intuition, and I promise you, Pisces, this will you're, you know, listening to that gut, learning to connect to your source, it will pay off in the long run there. But let's go ahead and get your oracle card. Thank you. And look at all this, Pisces. You got healing energy here. And you know what? I feel like maybe for some, in order to really kind of tap into, and it makes sense, because you have to put in that shadow work in order to tap into this stuff. You know, there's going to be, you know, do some healing things for yourself, Pisces. You know, make sure to get in this ritual of just kind of cleansing your energy, you know, whether this again being listening to some relaxing music, you know, maybe taking like an Epsom bath, you know, maybe again getting out in nature, getting grounded, maybe working in like a garden, or you know, even just cuddling up, maybe just reading kind of a nice book there, you know, just being in like a real establishing this kind of this safe space, maybe sitting under a tree, you know, meditating, whatever that's looking like, Pisces. But I do feel that it's like as you start learning and growing in things, because you really, this gives me almost like judgment card in the sense like you're getting ready to go through this ascension, through this level up. And I do feel like not only can you do a lot of great healing stuff for yourself there, Pisces, but I do feel like that you can take that healing energy and do wonders for the world, and however, and for, let's say, for your world, and however big or as small as you want that sphere to be. But I do, again, like I keep getting this, and this has kind of been in your energies for a little while, you know, just being, it's not being mindful of people who just take and not giving. Make sure there's a reciprocity. But I also feel like that you can't be mindful of like maybe forcing your ideas on others as well. You know, not that I feel like you would do that, but sometimes where we can get so excited, we start learning about these things, we want everyone to just be healed. Just understand it. I'll tell you what, Pisces, when I really started like, you know, learning charts and things, and you know, getting to learn myself and stuff, I just wanted everyone to do the same thing, just like, hey, look at this, you gotta blah 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 blah, blah, going 1,000 miles a minute. But you know, be open to those, like allowing those to come, to be curious, you know, to ask you for guidance, as opposed to just throwing that guidance out of there. You know, it's that balance, I feel like, between like the high priestess and the hierophant. He's one that shares his knowledge, but until there are people who come to seek it, he's he's in high priestess mode. He's studying, he's learning, he's growing that and refining that energy. And I even feel like that there's going to be, I really feel like that can be, you really connect with the energies in a way, Pisces. It can do a lot of healing for you as well. But let me see. Let's see what's going on here, Pisces. Thank you. Oh, and look at you. And look at that. Oh, all right, Pisces. Woof. Major Arcana City. I like that. So you have the King of Cups, the Devil, the Sun card, and then the Hermit here. And I feel like the fact that the Devil popped up with this healing energy. There are, again, in order to really make the most of these abilities that I feel like, Pisces, we got to see where we're giving our power to, what areas are we feeling kind of weakest in. And I like that this came up during Taurus energy, because the devil is not meant to be there to to keep you down. It's to kind of shine a light on just where your foundation, again with the Tower, may be kind of weakened, and how can we allow that to grow. What do we need to reflect on with the Hermit in order to get this sense of balance, to find, instead of, because the King of Cups, he's normally throned on an ocean, and it's just like, how do we go, if we've been kind of lost in that ocean, how can we come back up for air and then reclaim your throne there, Pisces, and really get to this state of, because the King of Cups, he's hella intuitive. Probably after the High Priestess and the Hierophant, the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups they're a very intuitive pair. And I feel like that this is, you take this time and just kind of do some introspective work, journey within, find that inner light there. This is one of my favorite combinations of the Sun and the Hermit. This might be my favorite. That's a tough one, but I like to do where it's like, these cards are too long to do it, but the Thoth deck, I love doing it because it's like, I'll start pulling the Sun up, because it's like there's a Sun that's inside the Hermit's light in the Thoth deck, and then I just like this, like, we want to find that inner light there, Pisces, and then let it shine as bright as possible. But there is that work that's needing to be done, and there's always going to be work that's needed to be done. The devil, like, when once you got eyes on you, start working on it, she doesn't go away. She'll take a step back. It's just like, okay, Pisces, I see you. And then it's just like, I see us working on ourselves, and then maybe a little bit down the line it'll manifest in a different way, and it's just like, hey. And it's just a check-in, just seeing how you're doing there, King of Cups. You still trusting intuition? Still trusting intuition there? Are we doubting that? Oh, that's okay. Let's start back over. And I feel like it's just like, but it's taking that steps to heal. You having that willpower to push forward there, Pisces. So I like that, Pisces. A lot of growth here, a lot of happiness, I feel like, can come with this as well, because the Sun is the happiest card of the deck, and all right. All right, Pisces, let's get a little bit of tea here, and then let me light my candle, and then let's talk about Sagittarius, because you got Mercury. Mercury's going to be busy over this next couple of seasons. You got Mercury that's going to be entering Sagittarius on the 10th of October and will be there through the 1st of December. And with this, our thinking may become more optimistic, more open-minded, and more expansive. And I feel that's going to be really dope for you, Pisces, considering, too, you and Sagittarius share a ruler, Jupiter. So this is a really great time for you to open your mind up and be susceptible. Open that mind's eye and and really kind of see things in a different light there. And you may notice too that you express yourself more boldly and more honestly, and you might be too, considering I was talking about that earlier. You may be kind of maybe drawn to travel there, Pisces, because Sagittarius, they're the adventurers of the zodiac, and they're all about seeking that higher learning, and that going into that just really just about growth and expansion, but also a great time for studying. So this, like we were talking about, if you need to, Page of Swords, do some research on some things, maybe kind of find ways to just find yourself, and whatever that looks like, Pisces. Very great energy for that. But the trickiness with this is that depending on where your placements are at, this is forming a square with your sign. Now, Mercury is a neutral planet, so it might be a little bit of tension there, Pisces. But squares can bring about delays. They can bring about challenges. This, like, the energy kind of there's some tension that's there, but there will be achievements, but they might just be a little delayed. But it's just like it's keeping that tenacity, and that perseverance. And luckily that the square is happening during Scorpio season, so you have that little bit of resilience, that push in order to get you moving forward. So you can make the most of this there, Pisces. But let's get an oracle on this. Nice, Pisces. So you have the overcome fear here. And, this is that shadow work we were talking about with the devil. What are we, are there any sort of fears that that you may be needing to face there? Are there, are we afraid to, maybe step outside of our comfort zone as far as like maybe travels, or maybe are we afraid to, kind of face those sort of like maybe inner demons and things, or what does that look like? What is it that you're afraid of, Pisces? And then it's starting to, I feel like it's like finding the root of that fear, as it makes sense, Pisces. I feel this is something that you can't force, but I feel like a lot of that healing energy is going to come into play with this, whatever this fear is. And if we can find the root cause of that fear, then reflect on that with the Hermit, then you'll be able to bask in the sunlight. But I do feel like I like that this fear, it starts off as a candle at first. It may feel like it's surrounded just by darkness there, and it's just only a little bit of light. But the more that you kind of explore this thing, get inquisitive about it, and provide this, face this fear just with bravery and courage, the light gets brighter and brighter and brighter until it's the sun, and all the darkness has been you really see things for what they really are there. And I like this too, Pisces. It's just a lot of like matching imagery here. Got the moon here, and then you got your Hermit here. Here's your lantern. I like this, Pisces. It's just like that. It seems like that the spirits are trying to guide you in a way to try to get you to tackle it as whatever it is that might be kind of keeping you down, that you may have, because the devil deals with more than just vices. These are any things that are trying to get in the way of our growth, that prevent us from achievement, because the devil, that's Capricorn energy. And so let me see what's going on with this energy here, Pisces. Alright, Pisces, let's see what's going on. I love that. Oh, sick, Pisces. Oh, look at all these majors, Pisces. So you have, like I said, divinely guided, because you have the Page of Cups, the Eight of Cups, the Strength card, Courage. Wow, you got all three fire signs, Pisces. See, that's aggressive. You got the Strength card, the Emperor, and the Temperance card here, Pisces. Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius. And so, I really feel that before we talk about all this fire, I feel like whatever this fear is, it's like, this could be something where it's something from our youth, possibly, or just something that is really kind of, it's like our inner child. It's something that our inner child may be afraid of, or that we've kept our, like our inner child in some sort of place here, Pisces. There's something that we may be, that there may be having troubles letting go of during this season. Some darker things. Scorpio stuff that's trying to be brought to the light here in order for you to face. For you to rise up, Emperor energy, and face with courage and strength and confidence in order for you to achieve balance with the Temperance card here. Because look at you syncing up with the energy. Sag coming out here with Sagittarius. Or Temperance coming out here with Sagittarius. And I like that this is all the fire signs here. And the fact that both, I like that too. Both Leo and Aries rulers are out here too, Pisces. You are divinely guided in this. And the Eight of Cups, speaking of eclipse, this is Saturn in Pisces. But two, there's usually a lunar eclipse, or there's an eclipse that's usually happening in this card as well. Things are changing. And it's like you are really kind of coming in and harmonizing with your energies in a different type of way there, Pisces. But the Emperor is like, I feel like with the Page of Cups here, it's like, maybe we might be a little, I feel like this is how we might feel when we're facing our fear, that page, that sort of young kind of page sort of energy, where it's, we need to come at it, when you're really like a King of Cups, you've mastered this. This is something you've got eyes on, and yeah, there might be times you might get thrown out of balance there, but I feel like when you've made peace with whatever this fear is, that makes handling when the devil comes around, that makes you can face the devil head on and be like, psh, I'm strong enough, I got this. And you want to mess with me, you mess with me. You know what I mean, Pisces? Is like channeling that inner, like your little puma, or little, what would you call that? Little cat there. Whatever, Pisces. You know what I'm saying? But alright, Pisces. Yeah, that's sick. All this heat. Alright, Pisces. Let's talk about Libra. Because you have Venus, the Empress, that's entering Libra. She's back home. She's going to be entering Libra on the 8th of November. And will be there through the 4th of December. And with this energy, Pisces, there's an increased emphasis on harmony, cooperation, and diplomacy in relationships, considering that Libra deals with, one of the aspects they deal with is one-on-one relationships. So really great energy for bringing any of those, if you've had any disharmony and things amongst that, bring them back in balance. But also, this is a great energy for, or you may notice that there is like a heightened interest in like art and fashion and design, because Libra is all about beauty and aesthetics, being Venus ruled, who appreciates the beautiful things in life. It's a great energy for you to tap into that creative, imaginative side of yourself there, Pisces, again. And this doesn't just have to be through those. It could be, again, through dance, maybe through woodwork, sculpting, however this is looking. But yeah, just really kind of getting yourself more, you tap into that, in that creative space. I feel like that really helps you get closer to source. And also there, Pisces, you may notice too that this energy could lead to indecisiveness, just because if Libra can't find a balanced approach to something, then they won't make a decision at all. And you want to be mindful of that there, Pisces. Just a little something there to pay attention to there. But let's get another oracle on this. Oh, love that, Pisces. So you got the change card here. And that's appropriate, happening during Scorpio season. I want to say Gemini got this too, and that's funny. Both the signs of duality got this card. And I do feel like there are changes coming with this energy, Pisces. Because I mean, you really start doing this work, and however this is looking, you how could there not be? You got this is some really, I was gonna say some really fire energy that's coming through here, and I feel that's appropriate because you got all the fire signs here and two of the rulers, but I do feel like there are a lot of changes that are coming, Pisces, and a lot of growth. That Scorpio season is a very transformative one, and I feel that you can really make the most of this if you embrace this change and trust your intuition. And it's like you're growing through, just thinking, just kind of looking at Luna again. It's like you're growing through, it's like each lunar phase, it's just like you're getting stronger and stronger. And it's like, even just thinking about Luna and, thinking about the lunar cycles, it's like setting that attention during the new moon when you have, there's like illimitable possibilities as far as like what you can accomplish with what you want to, so it's the portal of manifestation. And so I feel like it's thinking about ways that you want to change and grow and evolve, really kind of embody that emperor energy, that leader who is again brave, intuitive, strong, overcomes his fears, and I feel like even helps others face their fears, Pisces. But let's get oh, I already got your oracle card. Let me get some tarot on this and get some details. Hmm. And look at that, Pisces. You got Ten of Cups, Ten of Pentacles. Oh, hold on, Pisces. All right. All right. All right, Pisces. So you got, like I said, Nine of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles, the Star card here, the Nine of Wands, the Queen of Cups, and then one of your rulers, the Hanged Man, Neptune. And where are we starting? Pisces, because the Nine of Pentacles, this is a very independent energy, as far as like working on yourself. This is working on your Empress energy, coming into that. Well, in your case, well, I mean, we're working on our Empress too, because this is Venus and Virgo. But, it's working on becoming that highest vibration of yourself, really thinking about your legacy and your security and your foundation. And again, very healing energy that's coming through here with the Star card, because after the Tower is the Star. And this kind of feeling with like the Queen of Cups here as well. There's this energy of, it's like as you learn to heal yourself, Pisces, and you start to change here, this really starts to bring about a new perspective in life with the Hanged Man here. Because I feel like, and I feel with the Nine of Wands, this is something where again it's going to take some work, and it's going to take some resilience and some perseverance, some willpower to get through this, a lot of strength. But I feel like it's going to be worth it in the long run, Pisces. But I do feel with the Knight of Wands, we do want to be careful of just about burning ourselves out, because sometimes the change can be very rapid, and we just want to make sure, just to do some self care things along the way here. But the Star card, this is about like, pretty much making a wish, Pisces. What is it that you want to grow? Where do you see yourself going and changing? And then facing the unknown head on. Because sometimes the fear, a big fear I feel for a lot of us is just like, what's the future hold? And this is the Star card, is Aquarius energy. They deal with the future, and And where again that unknown can be frightening, it doesn't mean that it can be. I feel like instead of looking at it as like frightening, look at it as exciting, because it brings this sense of wonder, to the journey, because it's like it's. Oh, and I love this too, Pisces. You got divine, and wasn't I talking about those two divine counterparts there, King and Queen of Cups, powerful master intuitives. Maybe even Pisces, you might come across someone who may even help you kind of come like embrace this change and kind of guide you through this change. And oh, I love that those two showed up there, Pisces. Look, more. Because what more do you need, Pisces? That was beautiful. Thank you, too, for showing up. All right, Pisces. Now, let's talk about the last one here. We got Pluto and Capricorn. Because Pluto's going to be in Capricorn pretty much until... Oh, where did Aquarius go? Till Aquarius season. The 20th of January, 2024. With this energy, Pisces, there's gonna be a shift in power dynamics. When the outer planets move, yes, this affects us on an individual level too, but this does more so affect us on a global level. We're all gonna feel, all the collective is going to feel this, and there's going to be a breakdown. You took tower moments all over the place. There's going to be a breakdown of outdated structures. And you may notice too, Pisces, that there is this heightened awareness, that there's going to be like a heightened sense of responsibility towards like societal and global issues. Because we're getting ready to move from the more sort of like corporate kind of structured, principled kind of energy of Capricorn and getting into the more sort of free energy, innovative, future thinking, about the, more so about the people energy of Aquarius when Pluto moves there. And it's like this. It's going to be an interesting type of energy for sure, but just like with Taurus, depending on where your placement is at, this is forming a trine with your sign. Now, you'll need your date of birth for this to get like an accurate kind of aspect with this for this trine. But again, because Pluto's a malefic planet, its trines are beneficial, so it'll make it a little bit easier, but Pluto still packs a heavy punch. I went through a Pluto transit, and actually he's getting ready to tap my moon placement again here once he enters Aquarius. And it's a tricky one with Pluto, but it was overall it was a rewarding one. Learned a lot. But let's get your last oracle card here, Pisces. Like that. Thank you. Because you got the safe travel card here, Pisces. And for some, again, you might actually be traveling, so safe travels. Enjoy your trip, be safe. But also, this is about that long journey of life with that safe travels. Because, that bird on there, that's the Arctic tern. And if I'm not mistaken, the Arctic tern has the longest migratory pattern of any bird, I want to say. I want to say flies from like the Arctic down all the way down. It's a very long journey that this bird takes. And I feel like that it's seeing things from this journey from a higher perspective and understanding, like it's like how this bird is like observing like the waves and the tidal, the tides that are crashing through there. But it's not just all just turmoil and things. There are times of peace and and calmness. But it's understanding that this whole journey does have a purpose, that we're not just doing this thing just cause, that there's changes that are happening within us, things that we need to overcome, we need to heal from, and then learning how to manifest and tap into those cycles there, and then trusting our into it. It all just pieces together very nicely here, Pisces. But let me get your last tarot cards here. Oh, all right, Pisces. So listen, this is the second time those two popped out today. I just did Cancers earlier, and they had this happen too. So you have the Two of Swords, the Six of Pentacles, and then we were talking about working on that Empress energy. Here she is. There's that Empress. And let's switch back over here, Pisces. Sidebar, Pisces. Venus is exalted in your sign. Just a little sidebar there. But, Pisces, you don't necessarily. You do have a lot of, got a couple strong divine counterparts here. King and Queen of Cups, Emperor, Empress. And I even personally, like, I love, the combination of the Emperor and Empress, but I do like the combination of, like, I more so feel like the divine, on a bigger scale, the divine counterparts is the Tower in the Empress. Because the Tower is Mars, the masculine energy. The Empress is Venus, the feminine energy. And where Mars comes and destroys, and clears that foundation, the Empress comes through and plants, brings abundance and beauty and growth. And I feel with these cards here that you're going to be in this place where you're going to come to energies where you're going to be at a crossroads, and where with the Two of Swords, it's just like the logic where it does have its play in it. It's not going to be enough. There needs to be a balance there. You're going to need to trust your course, trust your brain, but it's like a head and heart connection. Trusting your intuition, and where, and considering that too, you got these divine counterparts here. It's just like making sure in whatever relationships that you're in, that there is again that reciprocity, because we were talking about Six of Pentacles earlier, and in Pisces, just overall, this lineup here is going to lead, I feel like, to a lot of abundance, a lot of chances for you to really tap into that real strong source of energy that you have at your disposal, because you do have a lot of major arcana cards here. I feel like this is going to be a very, very busy. How many you got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. A little over half of the major arcana cards here, Pisces. So you're being divinely guided, but it's tuning into that intuition, allowing that those to receive those downloads, and to it's dope, Pisces. I love it. I'm gonna leave that there. So Pisces, if you like that, I hope you did, because you got this is a dope reading, Pisces. Give it a thumbs up. And share this, Pisces, because all Pisces, tapping into that intuition, doing that shadow work, that healing. And it's something, again, it can be tough energy dealing with that, but it's so rewarding. Your journey becomes just that much more rich. You know what I mean? And not even just in just like making it rain, a bunch of money, but just in a grander scale of things. And subscribe there, you high priestess. Hit that bell button, get notified on all these videos each week. And then lastly, Pisces, look at you getting 2 of the hottest tickets, even Queen of Cups. 2 of the hottest tickets to come over to my other channel. And if you have any Cancer in your placement, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Oh, not Venus. Take that back, because you wouldn't have Venus in Cancer. Come on over to the Chariot and Friends. I do videos Monday through Friday there. We discuss, absolutely, because you had a bunch of them. We totally discuss lunar shenanigans. You can meet Rhonda. It's a good old time. Oh, no, look at that shenanigans. And all that housekeeping is down in the description box below. But let me get your surprise cards here, so I can get you out of here, Pisces. Get you out there celebrating. You got the 3 of Cups here. And that's interesting. What just popped into my head was just raise a glass to the universe there, Pisces. Because I feel like, again, higher self, angels, spirits, however, ancestors, however you connect to source, it's got your back. And there's you listen to that intuition and things, there's going to be plenty, I feel, to celebrate. And let me get your oracle card here so I can get you out of here, Pisces. And I feel like it's even too. It's like I feel like there's going to be a moment where you're going to be some moments where you're sharing this experience with others, Pisces. You know, like, and maybe even like kind of maybe sharing these feelings with someone that you know, again, these divine counterparts, someone you feel who would understand, and you know, that's like kind of guide you along the journey here. But all right, Pisces, and then you have the mending card here. And I feel like with this is just if you've been feeling disconnected from your higher self, from your sources and things, that this is like it's mending that relationship with the divine. You know, because you gotta there's a lot of stuff that's going on here, a lot of, again, in that healing energy. It just feels like that something maybe has, again, maybe there's a fear of what this means, you know, because this journey is nothing to be afraid of, you know, and these higher forces, it's something to embrace and enjoy and to celebrate in. But I feel like it's like, again, it's like mending that connection. And and I really do feel like, you know, Pisces, when you do, you know, if you do get a moment, you know, maybe, I don't know, lighting a candle, maybe meditating, or again, say, kind of maybe sitting under a tree, or even even maybe just like if you're able to just sit under the moon, you know, maybe just kind of do some moon gazing. Because I did some real when the moon was in when we had that full moon in Pisces a few cycles back. That was some healing energy. I enjoyed that very much. So I think you would enjoy that too, Pisces. But I think I'm gonna leave that there. That was very lovely, Pisces. Thanks for bringing that energy. I'm excited for you this Scorpio season. I think it's gonna be a dope one. But you stay safe out there, Pisces. Safe travels if we're traveling, you know, or if we're just doing it more so internal travel, Pisces. Be safe. And you raise your vibration to the roof. Queen of Cups, Empress, you know, that's those big cards of self care for me. So just take care in this energy, Pisces. And I will catch you on the next one. Later.